What's up, Metal Brethren? This is Scotanic One coming at you again live from the dungeon with some more Vault reviews. Now, before I really get into the album that I'm going to be talking about in this video, I really want to talk about the band here first, and the band is 6 Feet Under. Those of you who don't know who 6 Feet Under are, it's pretty much a side project that was started by Chris Barnes in Cannibal Corpse and Alan West in Obituary. Like I said, it was a side project, but it ended up becoming Chris Barnes' full-time band after his departure from Cannibal Corpse. Basically death metal. Not basically, it is death metal. That's really all Chris Barnes has really done in his entire career. Some of the stuff that he did in the history of Cannibal Corpse, you should check it out. There's a really cool documentary. I think it's called Centuries of Torment. It's like a almost 3 hour documentary that documents the history of the band. Really interesting, especially if you're into Cannibal Corpse. But let's get away from that and let's really get into the album here. The album is their debut, Haunted. Honestly, I think this is the strongest disc in the entire discography of 6 Feet Under. I mean, they've got some really good classic albums, to name a few. Warpath, this one, of course, Maximum Violence, just a lot of good stuff. But the latter years of this band has definitely kind of fallen off. The last couple 6 Feet Under discs have just been a little bit more of the same old, same old. But anyway, we're getting back into Haunted. Haunted, I think, is just a fucking phenomenal album. Definitely in the vein of what he did with Corpse. A little bit different. Alan West does lead and rhythm guitar on this album, which is kind of weird for one guitarist to be doing both things. I don't know how that translated in the earlier live shows, but, whatever. Let's get into some tracks. Probably some of the standout tracks on here are definitely The Enemy Inside. Lycanthropy is my personal favorite off this record. If you don't buy this album, definitely check out that track. It's fucking amazing. Beneath a Black Sky, Human Target is another great track. Remains of You, that's a good one. Suffering in Ecstasy, and the title track, Haunted. This album was my first one with 6 Feet Under. It was definitely, my gateway to this band. I was really into Cannibal Corpse when I heard this way back, and I think it's like 95, 94. I can't really remember when, but I was so bummed when Chris Barnes left the band because I just loved his body of work that he did with Cannibal Corpse. Those first 4 Corpse albums, I think, are landmarks in death metal, especially Tomb of the Mutilated and The Bleeding. But, I've already reviewed those. I've definitely, gave you a little gateway into my love for Chris Barnes as a vocalist. I think he's probably one of the premier death metal vocalists, with the exception of Glenn Benton. I really can't really praise this album enough. This is one of those that is definitely a personal favorite of mine. Not everyone's going to agree on this one, but I'm going to go ahead and rate this monster for you. 5 out of 5 for Haunted. I think this is a classic death metal album. You definitely should all check it out if you have it. But, let me know what you think, especially about, Cannibal Corpse, 6 Feet Under, the differences in between. Hit me up down below in the comments, and I'll come back to you here again with another 6 Feet Under review later on.